Hi loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Tyla. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today's topic is a bit of a sensitive one, so I do just want to give a quick trigger warning if you are still dealing with really deep-rooted trauma from this topic. I will be speaking on different aspects of this topic, so just giving a quick heads up and trigger warning. And I do also want to say that all of these tips are from my experience and things that's helped me. So if you do need to seek professional help, definitely make sure that you get that professional help. I did have therapy for a specific amount of time, but for the most part, I have healed a lot of my trauma on my own naturally. And I really want to share with you guys things that's helped me in case you don't have access to that professional help. So let's get into it. So for starters, when I'm referring to sexual trauma, I'm speaking of any unwanted sexual behavior, sexual activity, experiences that can result from either RAPE, molestation, sexual harassment, or sexual assault. Now, dealing with this type of trauma and this type of experience can be really tricky to overcome. It can be very difficult, and it is very normal to experience feelings of sadness, anger, guilt, shame, and even depression, PTSD, anxiety, or flashbacks and nightmares. Now, depending on the level at which you've experienced your trauma and how painful or traumatic it was for you, this will also determine the type of treatment that you'll need in order to overcome it. So there are 3 different specific types of therapy that are really good for overcoming this type of trauma, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, cognitive processing therapy, as well as somatic therapy. So for starters, with cognitive behavioral therapy, this is a type of therapy in which you can talk about your experiences with your therapist, and your therapist will often provide help with overcoming and changing those thought patterns that have been associated with your experience in order to help you to overcome that trauma. This was the type of therapy that I took, and I personally really liked this one because it allowed me to speak on my experiences. I didn't have to feel as alone, and I also was able to receive that help that I needed to overcome those feelings. And with somatic therapy, this really focuses on a mind-body connection, as well as helping to release any stored trauma from within the body. Because if you guys are not aware, a lot of the trauma that we experience, we hold within our body, especially the lower region. So this is really beneficial for that and has really proven to help people to overcome their sexual trauma with this form of therapy as well. Now, I do want to say that depending on what you experience, it will take some time to overcome this because our body is something that is very sacred, it's very special to us, it's something that is really vulnerable. So to be taken advantage of in any type of way sexually or to experience any form of sexual abuse, it can be very devastating. And it's very normal to experience not feeling like you can trust anybody after, not feeling like you'll ever be able to be in another connection again, or just being really closed off. So I do want to say to be very patient with yourself as you go through these processes. Take some time and to set boundaries. That's the main point that I really want to establish first, is to really set boundaries during your time of healing. If you know that you need time to just step away from the world and be to yourself, make sure that you do that. Make sure that you are not allowing yourself to be in any situations that will make you feel vulnerable or make you feel uncomfortable as well. Setting boundaries is really going to help you to feel a lot more comfortable as well as in control, and this will allow you to slowly begin to trust others again and your surroundings. To speak with somebody about what you're going through, this really helped me a lot because I dealt with a lot of things that I went through by myself. I was really afraid of opening up to anybody about it, which is why I also did get therapy for a period of time, and it just really helped with me being able to express my emotions and work through the feelings that I was experiencing and to have that support, because oftentimes when we experience things like this, it does cause us to want to seclude ourselves and isolate ourselves and not really want to be a part of the world as much. So having somebody that you can trust and confide in and have that support will really help you to work through these emotions. And say if you don't have support or you don't have someone that you can trust and you don't even have access to therapy, there are online tools and resources as well as online groups where you can chat with people that have experienced the same thing. That's why I really wanted to create this video, because it's very hard to really get the help that you need at times, especially in the world that we live in. So I just really want to provide some support and comfort to you guys so that you can understand that you are not alone in your experiences. Now, something that is very common when it comes to experiencing any form of sexual abuse is that you will feel very uncomfortable in your body. You will feel very disconnected from your body and just your confidence and self-esteem in general. So something that really is beneficial and that helped me was reconnecting back to your body, finding that love within yourself again. Our body is something that is very precious. This is our temple. So when we do experience things like this, it does kind of destroy that foundation that we have within ourselves. So getting back to doing something that helps you to connect to your body again. So some examples would be doing yoga, working out, Pilates, dancing, anything that you can start getting your body moving and reconnecting that connection with your body. Another really big thing that really helped me with all forms of trauma was mindfulness. So doing something that can allow you to connect to the present moment, such as meditation, journaling, writing, going for a walk, spending time in nature, grounding yourself. All of these things will really help you to deal with the stress, anxiety, and depression that comes with experiencing trauma. So practicing some form of mindfulness will really help you to cope during these times and with the emotions that you're feeling. The next thing is to process your emotions. So like I was mentioning, allowing yourself to feel the things that come up is extremely normal for you to feel feelings of anger, guilt, shame, frustration, depression. So you just really want to make sure that you are allowing yourself to feel what's coming up and that you are processing everything that you are feeling. Now, a big thing that really helped me to overcome my trauma was accepting what happened. A lot of the times it's very hard for us to wrap our brain around what we experience, why we experience it. And the world that we live in is extremely crazy. It's so sad and sick that people go through certain things and experience certain things. And it can be very hard to overcome that feeling of just shock. So what really helped me to move past my trauma was to acknowledge that I experienced the situation, allowing myself to feel that, and then acknowledging that there was nothing more that I can do once the situation took place, aside from taking the necessary action, whether that is for you legal action or whatever things that you have to do from experiencing your situation. Just doing the best that you can and doing everything that you can in order to not only heal from the situation, but to take the necessary steps and to move past it. Now, that is very hard to acknowledge and accept that we experience certain things, but I noticed that if I was going to stay stuck in those feelings of regret or just fear, it was not going to allow me to fully move on and heal from the things that I experienced, because I never fully would have accepted that I experienced it. If you know that there is more that you can do within your situation, such as taking legal action, make sure that you are taking all the steps that you need to take in order to move through the situation and do what you need to do to receive whatever type of justice that you may need, and allow yourself to go through your healing process. So I do want to let you guys know that it is possible to overcome this and to heal from this and to be able to experience peace and freedom again after experiencing this type of trauma. And I do want to let you guys know as well that you will have a newfound sense of strength, of wisdom, more than anything, and you will make it through this. So I do really want to encourage you guys to just be very patient with yourself in the process and make sure that you are practicing a lot of self-love. That's something that really helped me on my journey with all of my trauma, was just really pouring into myself, especially in those times that I felt alone or I felt scared. I just really want you guys to know and understand that no matter what it is that you go through, you can overcome it. It does not matter what you've experienced in your life. You can overcome it and still make it out on the other side and experience peace, happiness, love, abundance, everything that you desire. Nothing that you have been through will stop you from living the life that you want. And I really want you guys to know this. No weapons formed against you shall prosper. And they may form, but they will not prosper. And I really want you guys to just take this time to really pour into yourself and to love on yourself. In any situations that you're experiencing, it doesn't even just have to be with sexual trauma. You may be experiencing more than one form of trauma. but really just be patient with yourself and give yourself the love that you need, and get the support that you need, get the help that you need. If you know that you need help, speak out and do not deal with these things alone, because it is going to harm you more. When I was going through a lot of my trauma, I did not want to speak to anybody about it, and it got to a point where I was depressed and I just did not even want to exist. So do not allow yourself to deal with this stuff by yourself. Speak to somebody that you trust. Do what you can to get the necessary help. And now that I went through all of the trauma that I went through, it's gave me a new strength, a new resilience and determination for life. And this is an experience. We're going to go through things that we're not going to fully understand and comprehend, but it's all about how you move through those circumstances and those situations. And a lot of situations that we get placed in are beyond our control. It's not always your fault. So I really want you guys to not allow yourself to feel blame or to feel as though you are the problem or it's your fault as to why you've experienced something. Anything that you experience, you have the strength within you to overcome it. And I'm very grateful for my experiences, because now it's put me in a position to where I can help other people to overcome those things as well, so that we can continue to live the life that we deserve despite what we've experienced. And just really be patient. Surround yourself by people that are genuine, that are loving, that are positive, and just reinforce your boundaries. Take this time to really build a new sense of self and who you want to be, and just do everything that you can to achieve that. And I really do wish the best for you guys. I pray for all of you guys. I wish you all the best with your healing. So I do hope that this video has helped and provided some sort of comfort. If it did, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace and much love.